Good afternoon, baseball fans. We're back. It's been a long time coming here in Dayton, Tennessee at center field. I'm Grayson Whaley, going to be alongside Daniel Cox for the broadcast this afternoon. It's about sunny and 52 degrees here in Dayton, Tennessee. The Lions are facing the Georgetown College Tigers, who are receiving votes, Daniel. Tough matchup.
Oh, definitely. It's a much better day than last time I was out here. Last time it was a little chilly. It was at the start of the season, actually. Was it the first home game?
Yeah,
first
I think
home
it
game.
was.
And so it feels better today. Hopefully, same outcome as last time. Last time I was on the broadcast, the Lions won both games. So.
Maybe you're the good luck charm the Lions need at this point in the season. The Lions facing an 11-20 record, struggling more than they usually do. We face some tough competition in many ranked teams, and like Georgetown, even a team that's receiving votes to be in the top 25. We're going to get started here with some starting lineups. First for the Georgetown Tigers. Leading off things for the Tigers is number 2 and playing shortstop, Deshaun Moore. Batting second and playing second is number 6, Eric Burkle. Batting third and playing center field is number 24, Joshua Duarte. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, number 12 and playing catcher is Maxwell Baldacini. Batting fifth, number 18 and playing first base is number 18, Hank Schneller. Batting sixth, number 14 and playing left field is Andrew Cromwell. Batting seventh, hitting in the DH position, number 1, Jake Menderson. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 10, Max Flock. And rounding out the top 9 is number 9, or playing right field is number 4, Isaiah Bumgarner. Pitching for the Tigers is number 39, Nicholas Spencer.
Grayson, that was very impressive. Some of those names I looked at a minute ago, I can't even pronounce them, so you did a lot better job than I would have.
You just kind of have to fake it till you make it, Daniel.
Of course. Well, they're not our home team. We don't have to say their names, right?
we try to do the justice for the away team viewers anyway, but apologize if any of those names were said incorrectly. But now for the home team, Bryan College Lions, familiar lineup for the home team. Leading things off is number 5 and playing third base, Parker Cosby. Batting second and playing center field, number 11, Darwin Gregg. Batting third and playing first base, number 24, Bass Cooper. Batting in the cleanup position, playing catcher, number 12, Bradley Prince. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 29, Daniel Dryden. Batting sixth and hitting in the DH position, number 15, Mark Thornhill. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 44, Grant Lala. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 26, Jason Chu. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 1, Dante Morton. And on the bump for the home team, number 34, Jacob Buffington. So there's the lineups for both teams, and we're getting closer to action. First pitch should be at about 2 o'clock, but we're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back when we're a little closer to action.
How you get here, how you prepare, how you choose to contend matters. So, what does it take? The possession of authority, the courage and strength of character, the ability to quickly move, think, and understand, the confidence in yourself and those who stand alongside you, the dedication through practice and instruction, the ability to see the mission clearly, to remain relevant and consistent, to be in charge of and in command of your own ability. It takes face a determined attempt to compete. To contend.
We're back here and ready almost for the first pitch as the national anthem was just played, and Jacob Buffington's going to get his 8 warm-up tosses. Buffington, about a 6'6" lefty from Georgia, went to Iowa Lakes to start off his college career, community college in Iowa, and now he's here at Bryan College in Dayton, Tennessee, and looking to get things started well for the Bryan defense. Your experience in watching Buffington, what do you think so far?
I think he's really, really tall. Just watching him throw, I've seen him throw before. He has such a big advantage because when he lets the ball go, he's so close to home plate compared to guys who are 6'1" or 6'2". I'm saying that like they're short. They're not. But the way he gets ahead of hitters by using that size and that length, long, lanky arms to throw the ball in there, I think that's a key for him, like it would be for anybody that tall.
Yeah, and the thing I've noticed about Buffington this year is he's pitched really well. His ERA does not speak to how he's pitched. His ERA is sporting just over 7, but he's pitched really well. And I know you may be thinking I'm silly when I say that, but he's just had a few mistake pitches that have really kind of skewed the stats in his disfavor. But I think today is going to be his day. Beautiful 51 degrees here in Dayton, Tennessee. And Bradley Prince is getting ready to throw it down to second. And we're going to get started here at center field in Dayton, Tennessee. Now, Daniel, Georgetown College, they're no team to sneeze at. I mean, this team is sporting an 18-9 record. They're 9-3 on the road. Impressive.
That is impressive. Winning games that are not in your own ballpark is actually pretty difficult. So them having that record's nice.
Buffington going to get things started. Just misses high and inside. So 1 ball and no strikes for the Tigers. Moore is going to foul that one off down the right field line. Evens the count up at 1. Deshaun Moore is sporting a .260 average with 77 at-bats and just 20 hits. He's going to be leading things off here today for the Tigers.
I don't know if this leadoff hitter for Georgetown was ready for what Buffington was going to throw at him. He's fouled off 3 pitches now, and he looks just a little late on everything. He must be a little thrown off by, again, how tall Buff is.
Buffington is one of those guys that likes to mix up speeds. He throws a changeup there down low and gets Moore swinging. Bradley completes the strikeout by throwing it over to Cooper at first for out number 1.
That was a filthy changeup.
That thing moves 10 inches, and I'm telling you, this guy's good. And you'll hear me say it all on this broadcast, and even if he gives up some runs, his stuff is plus. That fastball is going to miss high and outside. But what I was going to say about Buffington is he likes to change speeds, Daniel. It's no surprise to see this guy on the scouting report. He's thrown anywhere from 79 to 91. This guy can speed it up, but he can also slow it down and keep hitters off balance.
Well, that Grayson, just thinking about the best pitchers that have ever pitched in the game of baseball, that's what they do well. Greg Maddux said hitting is timing and pitching is disrupting timing.
Yeah.
So
That's a
If
good
you
way
can
to
mix
put it.
speeds, I mean, you've already had so much of an advantage over the hitters.
Buffington working ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one's hit sharply over to Cosby, who's usually behind the dish but playing third today. He fires it over to Cooper for out number 2.
Very, very efficient inning so far for Buffington. He's stayed around the zone. Not every pitch has been a strike, but it's been around the zone, and that's all you have to do.
It really is. So after retiring number 6, Eric Burkle, Buffington and the Lions are now going to face number 24, Joshua Duarte. Duarte watches that one high. Ball 1. Sharp ground ball hit to Cosby at third. He fields it cleanly on a backhand.
Wow.
Throws it to first for out number 3. Big play by Cosby and the Lions defense.
That play, I mean, that is tough. I know what that is like, and it is tough. So Cosby made that look way too easy.
Yeah, Daniel, you're a third baseman.
That makes me really jealous.
And the thing about Cosby is he's usually behind the dish. He's usually catching. But he fields that backhand cleanly, fires it over to first for out number 3, proving that he has pretty good reaction time no matter where he's playing on the field. But that's going to conclude things for the top of the first. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back for the bottom half of this inning. We're back, almost ready for action here in the bottom half of the first inning. Sorry about that. The mic was down a little bit, but we're back here about ready for action here in the bottom half of the first inning. And good top of the first for the Lions. And Georgetown is going to hope to do the same in response. But, Daniel, let's just talk a little bit about Bryan College as a whole in their baseball program and kind of what they faced this year. This is a team last year that found itself in the NAIA opening round, and now they're sitting in woes, 11-20 on the year, hoping to kind of something needs to click to kind of change things. Daniel, what do you think it is?
I wish I had the answer. I could be making a lot of money being a coach somewhere if I knew.
I guarantee you they wish they did too.
Yes. I think it's just I feel like the whole team's not gotten in a groove yet. You know, right now March Madness is going on, and when I think of March Madness, like North Carolina, they could have been not even been in the tournament, and they got hot at the right time.
I know.
And so
about really
sports, and especially baseball, basketball, are a game of get hot at the right time, and I think that's what Bryan has yet to do, which hopefully we can do that at the end of the year when it really matters. But I know it's they're ready to get that record back over 500 again this year and do some damage later in the year.
big swing there by Cosby. Comes up short. Falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls that one off, stays alive. Nicholas Spencer on the mound today for the Georgetown Tigers.
You know, he has a 4.70 ERA with 1 win, 1 loss on the year, and only 4 appearances. So not an awful stat line, but it's definitely not anything that the Bryan lineup should be scared of today.
Cosby remains alive, still behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spencer, here's the pitch. Just misses inside. Evens the count up at 2. Looks like Spencer's going to get him a little non-conference work here in the middle of the week. They call this a midweek game, even though it's on Monday. Cosby lines that one down the right field line. Foul. Stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is exactly what you want out of a leadoff hitter. See a lot of pitches, get to know what that pitcher has. I mean, you want everybody in the lineup to see what he has, and when a leadoff guy can foul off pitches and dig deep into the pitcher's repertoire, I mean, it's a big deal.
Cosby's going to flare one out towards the second baseman. The right fielder comes in on it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Cosby fought hard, but it shows for nothing after that pop out to the right fielder. That's going to bring up the big bat of number 11, Darwin Gregg.
Here we go. Let's see if we can get some power behind one of these swings.
Nicholas Spencer looks in on the catcher, fires one inside, just misses. Ball 1.
You know, Darwin's leading the team in home runs this year. He's at 6. Maybe let's make it 7 right here.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Being a little aggressive, but it's first inning. Might as well.
Watches the slider just kind of back up on Spencer. Ball 2.
You know, it's a Monday afternoon. Might as well come out swinging.
Yeah, why not? Oh, there he is. Big swing there by Darwin. Darwin never fails to get his hacks in. Just misses that one. So now 2 balls and a strike for the big swinging man from Curacao. 2-1. Spencer misses up. Ball 3. So after working well against Cosby, Spencer's struggling a little bit to find the zone here against Gregg. Big swing by Gregg and a major league pop fly to center field. The center fielder converges, but he drops it. So Gregg is going to reach second safely via the error by the center fielder. And what happened there, Daniel?
It's because look at that flag out there in right center field and that wind. That ball, when it was hit, was going to center field, and when it came down, it really looked more like the right fielder's ball than the center fielder's ball.
Yeah, this wind here in Dayton, Tennessee is whipping every which way. And it happened to get the best of center fielder Joshua Duarte there. So now number 24, Bass Cooper, up to swing it for the Lions. He's going to watch that one just miss outside for ball 1. I heard Cooper talking earlier today, and he said he's planning on getting 2 jacks today. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, so he's thinking aggressively
Sounds
today.
good to me. That wind's blowing that way. He can pull that ball hitting on the left-handed side.
Watches that one right over the heart of the plate, ball 1. That one had home run written all over it.
I know. I think if he would have swung, something good could have happened. But
I tried to speak it into existence for him.
oh yeah,
I tried to manifest it, as the young kids say today.
kids these days.
Good frame there by the catcher, but it's not going to fool the umpire. Ball 2. Spencer getting the sign from Chaneller. Comes set. Gives Gregg a look. Nice swing by Bass Cooper. But it's going to be fouled off back behind him. Evens the count up. Spencer looking to put Bass away. Bass looking to put some damage on a ball and open this game up with a run. Good swing by Cooper there. Foul ball once again, though.
I think Cooper was aiming for the Georgetown bus parked up behind us. With that foul ball, it just barely missed the top of their bus.
I don't know if Georgetown considers themselves to be academics, but they were smart for not going into the valley back behind the left field wall, keeping the bus up on the top of the hill. Spencer comes set. Gives Greg a look. Good pickoff move. Nearly gets Greg. But the ball was dropped by Deshaun Moore, the shortstop.
Grayson normally picks to second. We see a lot of inside moves where the pitcher picks his leg up, swings around, and then throws it to second. That one was a jump spin.
Yeah.
It's not used as much, but it can be just as effective as the inside move with a pitcher.
Looks like Cooper just got that one a little off the handle as the fastball ran in on his hands. And the center fielder makes up for his error earlier and catches that one for out number 2. So after the out, recorded by Joshua Duarte in center field, Nicholas Spencer is working with 2 down, facing a dangerous Bradley Prince.
See, Grayson, Bradley Prince is hitting 306 right now, which is pretty good. It definitely verifies him being in one of the top spots in this lineup. Anytime you can hit over 300, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's kind of the baseball standard for batting average, the coveted 300, and Prince has met it this year. Spencer looks in to Schneller, the catcher. Schneller setting up inside. That's where Spencer delivers it. Catches in on the hands of Bradley Prince. He fouls it off down the left field line.
Prince is catching today, right?
Yes, he is.
Yes. Last game I was here, he was in the outfield, so it is a testament to his versatility, being able to play lots of different positions. Something that's very valued.
It is. Looks like they're going to work the fastball up against Prince here. Schneller's nearly standing up. And good pitch there by Spencer. Hit a spot, but it doesn't fool Prince. Ball 1.
If Prince was 7'8", that would have been a strike, but he's not.
If
so.
that was Jacob Buffington hitting that, would have been right at the top of the zone. Spencer delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to miss just outside. He gives the count up at 2-2.
Spencer's been hitting his spots today. He's just barely missed, and that's something you can admire with a pitcher is they'll hit their spots.
Yeah, and you'll begin to get those calls in the 3rd or 4th inning if you can remain around the zone. The umpire usually will reward you for it. Prince watches a loopy curveball just miss outside. Brings the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st here at center field in Dayton, Tennessee. Spencer comes set. Gives Greg a look at second. Greg takes off. Prince fires one into right field, but it's going to be right at the right fielder and caught for out number 3. Good play there by Bumgarner. And nothing showing despite the error that got Greg to second. Still no runs for either team after 1. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in action here in just a minute. We're back and ready for action here in Dayton, Tennessee for the top of the second inning. The Georgetown Tigers looking to get things going here in this ball game. The Bryan Lions sporting the home white-on-white pinstripes. Looks like Georgetown's going gray on gray with the orange numbers.
From up here, Grayson, Georgetown's uniforms looks like an early 2000 Baltimore Orioles jerseys. Definitely that's what they're doing with the lids. I like them.
Oh, I do too. I really do.
I'm a little biased though, but I think those white pinstripes with the red lids. That's
You
really
think that's
good.
a good look?
That's a great look.
See, I'm a Red Sox fan, so when I hear pinstripes, it just gives me a bad connotation because I think of the Yankees.
That's true.
Buffington fires a strike in there. It's going to be 2 balls and a strike. Buffington comes set. Fires that one in there.
Ooh.
Just misses the top of the zone, apparently. 3 balls and a strike now.
I don't have a great view from up here, but those look pretty close. I don't know. Ooh, good pitch.
Good pitch, kind of runs away from the barrel for strike number 2. Baldacchini digs in. Shoots one down the left field line, but that's going to be foul. Keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Buffington delivers a pitch. That one's hit way up. The wind could potentially bring it back into play. And just misses JV player Cody Warren sitting in the bleachers.
Cody didn't flinch.
Cody's a man of steel.
Man of
If
steel.
they ever plan on remaking Superman, I wouldn't be surprised if he
Cody Warren's going to be up there for
gets
it.
cast for the role.
Did you know he rides bulls? Like
That's
he's
what
a
I'm
bull
saying.
rider.
He is a man of steel.
That is pretty cool. Uh-oh.
Baldacchini shoots one into center field, but Darwin Gregg camps out under it and catches it for out number 1.
Grayson, the last 2 hits that both teams have had, the one that Bradley Prince had earlier and then the one right there, those were both barreled. They were really barreled, and it's just this wind's keeping the ball up in the air so long. Outfielders will have plenty of time to run under everything.
Yeah, a wind like this can almost, when you hit a ball hard, it can kind of almost make it knuckleball dance in the air. But the outfielders, for the most part, have done a pretty good job thus far. Hitting number 5 in the lineup, and now up to bat is first baseman number 18, Chaneller. I believe I've mistakenly been calling the catcher Chaneller. It's really Baldacchini for the Georgetown Tigers.
Baldacchini.
I apologize for that one. Chaneller digs in. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off toward his dugout. Evens the count up at 1. Buffington's sporting my favorite number in 34. Daniel, have any guesses why my favorite number is 34?
I'm going to take one guess, Grayson.
I bet you'll have it right.
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz, man, what a monster. I grew up watching that guy. Fell in love with the way he played baseball, specifically how far he hit the ball.
I was about to say the way he played baseball, and by that you mean swing as hard as you can so you don't have to run very fast.
That's the motto. Buffington misses with a curveball there. Chaneller digs in. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging. Buffington, good work there. Gets out number 2.
I'd like to know how many strikeouts Buffington has just today, almost through 2 innings, with his changeup. That was another changeup right there, and it looks like the thing is moving today.
Yeah, that thing looks like it's going to hit you on your left hip if you're a right-handed hitter, and then it just kind of falls off the table there at the end. Fastball is going to miss low and inside. Ball 1.
This is Georgetown's best hitter. He's hitting with a .362 average, Cromwell. He has 17 hits on the year, 10 runs, 2 doubles, and only 1 home run. But he's not a power hitter for Georgetown, but he definitely will get on base quite often.
He doesn't have nearly as many at-bats as the rest of the Georgetown lineup. That one's shot over there to Jason Chu. Chu makes a nice play on it for out number 3. So good work by Buffington and the Lions defense. The score remains 0-0 after the top of the second. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here in action here in Dayton, Tennessee. As the niceties of the warm-up end, Daniel Dryden will be making his way up to the plate for the Bryan College Lions. Spencer done well so far for the Georgetown Tigers. Going to look to keep things rolling for them. Dryden watches the inside fastball just miss for ball 1. Umpire zone seems to be a little tight.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch swung on and fired to right field for a good single and a good way to lead things off for the Bryan College Lions here in the bottom of the second.
Grayson, that was a really, really nice swing. It was an outside pitch, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with an outside pitch. He took it the other way and hit it right, hit it where they weren't.
Yeah.
And so sometimes that's better than trying to pull the ball wherever you're trying to make it go.
Good piece of hitting there by Dryden, and we'll probably see a good piece of hitting here with the batter that's up for the Lions and Mark Thornhill.
Grayson, Mark Thornhill has a 375 average this year. That's 25 points off of a 400 average,
Yeah.
which is insane. Just 21 hits on the years, 12 runs, and 5 home runs. So he's second on.
There's a drive to left center field. That one's back. That one's going to be off the wall. The center fielder fires it into the cutoff man, and Thornhill is hung up at first. A good, maybe perhaps the longest single you'll see here at center field.
If he hadn't hit the ball so hard, he would have had a double. He hit it and bounced right back off the wall so hard right to the center fielder. He had to stop.
I thought that one was going to go off the wall. It looked like, I said off the wall before it actually hit the wall, and the center fielder got to it quickly and cut it off. But nonetheless, runners at first and third with no outs here in the bottom of the second. And now the big swinging Grant Lala up to bat for the Lions. Looks like a breaking ball catches the inside corner for strike 1. And what I love is that they sneak Mark Thornhill down there in the bottom of the order so that the guy can see fastballs, because when he sees a fastball, he usually does some damage to it.
I don't think Mark wants to get his jersey dirty today. There was a pickoff at first base, and he just stood right back up.
I think if he's still dealing with the same injury that was looming him in the beginning of the season, he's got a quad injury that he's been dealing with. And if I had to guess, that's probably what kept him at first after that hard knock to left center field.
Those injuries to the lower extremities are tough to get over, because every single day you have to use the muscle or use your legs, even if you're not playing baseball, and so they're tough to get over.
Grant Lala watches that one miss for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the second. Runners on the corners and Daniel Dryden and Mark Thornhill. Spencer with the pitch. That one's going to miss low and outside. Ball 2.
You know, after falling behind early 0-2, he's worked the count back to even now. Stats show us that this is a good thing for the hitter.
Yeah, it is.
When you don't go away easily on 3 pitches or 4 pitches, you can push it farther. Hopefully that'll play out here.
Grant Lala, big swing to left field. That one's traveling deep. Off the wall. That's going to score Dryden. It's going to hold up Thornhill at second. And can I just say, Daniel, first off, what a hit by Grant Lala. Gets the run in. But also, what a play by the left fielder. I don't know if you caught it, but the left fielder deked Thornhill and how he tracked that ball. He made it look like he was going to catch it. Great play there by Andrew Cromwell, the left fielder here today for the Lions. Kind of held his glove up in the air like it was going to be a routine fly ball and held up Mark Thornhill at second. So now Jason Chu is going to make his way to the right side of the plate. Still none down here in the bottom of the second. Thornhill on second base, and now Grant Lala on first after the no-outs RBI single. Spencer struggling a little bit with command here in the bottom half of the second inning. Jason Chu has not gotten much work standing at the plate. He's looking to bunt there, nearly pegs him in the leg for ball number 2.
He squared both times, and I think it's thrown off the Georgetown pitcher just a little bit. He's missed badly both times, and so here he goes again. He's squaring back.
Squaring this early either means a sacrifice bunt or a slash attempt. And looks like it was going to be a slash attempt. That was right there in for strike 1. So good response there for Nicholas Spencer on the Georgetown side of things. Runners on first and second, still no outs. Georgetown thinking bunt. Picks off at second. Thornhill thinks about going after it squeaks by the shortstop, Deshaun Moore, but thinks better of it, remains at second. So still 2 balls, 1 strike here on Jason Chu, the Bryan Lions shortstop. Chu, big swing. It's going to be a routine fly ball to the center fielder. Duarte camps out under it, catches it for out number 1. Runners remain at first and second.
Grayson, I kind of forgot how many outs there were. I thought there was more than that. Thankfully, we're just at 1.
Well, I think that's why we were thinking bunt there, is if we could get 2 runners in scoring position with 9-1-2 up after that and only 1 out, then we'd be in business. It looks like Georgetown is going to go to the bullpen early in this ball game. Nicholas Spencer has done his due diligence for the Tigers, and they're going to bring in a new pitcher. So before we go to break, there's 1 out with runners on first and second, and the Tigers are bringing in a new pitcher. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here at center field in Dayton, Tennessee. All right, we're back in action here at center field on this beautiful sunny day in March. Looks like they're going to bring in the new pitcher, number 16, Matthew Flores. He's working with 2 runners on and only 1 down with Dante Morton up to bat. Morton watches ball 1 go by. He's now in the driver's seat. Now is the time to strike for the Lions, Daniel.
Yes, we've already got one run across this inning. It'd be really nice to get another one.
Morton watches ball 2 go by. So now he's really in the driver's seat. A long inning like this, Jacob Buffington has to stay warm as he prepares to go out for the 3rd. That one misses low and outside. So now 3 balls and no strikes on Dante Morton.
Coming out of the bullpen, you don't want 3 straight balls to miss the strike zone. And so we'll see what the Georgetown pitcher does right here.
As a relief pitcher, you never want to make your head coach question his decision to go to you in the pen. Fires that 3-0 ball right there in for strike number 1. It's odd. There has to be something psychological, but when there's 3 balls and no strikes, it seems like there's always a strike thrown after that.
I remember a lot of my coaches in the past have said, if you can't throw a strike on 3-0, you cannot be a pitcher anymore.
Fires it down the third baseline. Called fair ball. Thornhill's rounding third. He's going to score. Looks like Big Grant Lala's rounding third. He's going to score. So Dante Morton shoots the ball right over the third base bag into the corner and scores 2 with that 1 out, 2 RBI double.
Grayson, that's exactly what we needed right there. It keeps the train rolling, doesn't clear the bases completely, and the lineup flips right over. It's exactly what you want out of your 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, if you have a 9-hole hitter hitting a 2-run double, then you're usually in pretty good shape. Parker Cosby watches the breaking ball miss outside and just a little low for ball 1.
This pitcher has fallen behind both hitters, and well, it bit him last time. Hopefully that'll happen again for the Lions.
Flores comes set. Gets the look from Baldacchini. Hits his spot that time, but the umpire does not help him out. Calls ball 2.
That umpire is not giving anything on the inside corner, but he's not giving it either way, so I have no problem with him.
Flores gets the sign from his catcher, Baldacchini. Baldacchini's going to set up on the more trusted outside corner this time. Parker Cosby's going to shoot one right up the elevator shaft for a foul ball.
Oh, looky there, right under Cody Warren.
The man of steel.
Grayson, I think if it was any other day and the wind wasn't blowing, that ball stays in the field of play. But I really do think it just it went straight up and then straight back because of the wind.
When I stepped on the asphalt today, the wind was blowing out. Now it's blowing right in our faces. It makes for a hard day at the ballpark, especially if you're playing in that big grassy area we like to call the outfield.
The big boy grass, huh?
Parker Cosby sits in there for the 3-ball, 1-strike count. Baldacchini sets up outside. Flores delivers the pitch. Big swing by Cosby, doesn't connect. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Could be a big moment in the game if you can keep scratching across runs when you got the other man down. The full count pitch on its way. Morton takes off, struck him out, And Morton's going to be safe at third, preventing the strike him out, throw him out. But Cosby goes down on strikes, is going to toss the bat now to number 11, Darwin Gregg.
It's not the worst case scenario there. It could have been a double play. It wasn't, thankfully.
That one from Flores is going to miss high and inside for ball one. Another RBI opportunity here for Darwin Gregg. He's already got 13 on the year. That one kind of catches in on his hands. He's going to foul it up, or foul it off just up over the third base dugout. One ball's one strike. Gregg fires one down the left field line, but it's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, he hit the ball that hard and have nothing to show for it.
It's the worst. I saw a video actually yesterday of a guy who hits an absolute tank, and it went foul. And he said this has to be the worst feeling in the world as a baseball player. Ooh.
Strike three called on the outside corner for Flores and the Tigers, but not before damage is done. We score 3 in this inning. The Lions on top over the Georgetown Tigers, 3-0. Looks like Buffington's going to make his way to the mound, and we're going to take a short break. We'll be back. Here we are back in action here in Dayton, Tennessee. Buffington remains on the mound for the Lions. Buffington comes set, fires the 0-0 pitch in there for strike one on the outside corner. So now no balls and a strike on number 1, Jake Manderson. That one misses to Manderson. 1 ball and a strike. That fastball is hit sharply to Morton at second. Makes a semi-diving play. Fires it on over to Cooper at first for out number 1. Kind of scooted there over on his knees, rock star style, Daniel, to make the play.
That was impressive. Yeah, it looked like we should give him an electric guitar. He could sling his hair back maybe. Yeah, that's a tough play for anybody. Anytime you have to go down or dive or move left to right and then get up and make a solid throw, it's a tough play, and he did it well right there.
Buffington's going to miss high and outside with that pitch. Moves the count quickly to 1 ball and no strikes. That one's fouled off. Back behind the catcher by Max Flock. Flock playing third base today. Morton ripped one by him earlier for a 2 RBI double, but Buffington's going to hit him with the curveball there, so Flock will reach via the hit by pitch.
Right there looked like a curveball that did not curve.
Curved in the
It was
wrong
just a ball.
spot.
Yeah, it was just a ball.
So now Max Flock on first for the Tigers. And now we're at the bottom of the order for the Georgetown College Tigers. Buffington now facing number 4, Isaiah Bumgarner. Buffington comes set. Delivers a pitch and misses high and outside again. So after 2 stellar innings, he's struggling a little bit with command here, Daniel.
Well, he sat in the dugout for a while. That was a longer half inning by the Lions. There was a pitching change in that also. So hopefully he can get back into the groove that he was in the first 2 innings. I think he can. We'll just have to see.
He's a well-rounded pitcher, so as long as he can stay dialed in mentally, he will prove to be effective in this ball game. Good pitch there by Buffington has Bumgarner flailing at the changeup. 2 balls and a strike for Jacob Buffington against Isaiah Bumgarner. Pickoff move over there at first, nearly gets Flock, dives back safely. Runners going. Prince fires one down to Morton at second. Fast tag nearly got Flock.
If that ball's thrown just a foot lower, I think he's out on that throw right there.
Yeah, that was close as it was standing. But he's called safe, so now there's a runner at second with 1 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Bumgarner's going to chop one over to third, and Cosby's going to make the play as he fires it on to Bass Cooper for out number 2, but not before Flock makes his way to third base. So now there's 1 runner on third with 2 down here in the top of the 3rd as the lineup flips over and shortstop Deshaun Moore is at the plate for the Georgetown Tigers. Moore chops one to third. Cosby makes a play on that one, fires it over to first for out number 3. So Cosby's all over the place here in this game. The Lions, despite facing danger from the Tigers, get out of that inning with no damage done. We're going to take a short break before we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Daniel and I will be back in just a moment.
How you get here, how you prepare, how you choose to contend matters. So, what does it take? The possession of authority, the courage and strength of character, the ability to quickly move, think, and understand, the confidence in yourself and those who stand alongside you, the dedication through practice and instruction, the ability to see the mission clearly, to remain relevant and consistent, to be in charge of and in command of your own ability.
We're back here in Dayton, Tennessee. Bass Cooper is going to dig in for the Lions, looking to continue this onslaught of offense. Flores curveball finds the strike zone. Bass is now behind, no balls and a strike.
Grayson, that last inning, Buffington got two good choppers to the third baseman, and that's what you want. Weak contact in the infield, and it paid off last inning for the Lions.
Yeah, nothing's been hit too hard for the Tigers. Buffington's done well thus far. Flores for the Tigers. Fires that fastball nearly by Cooper, but he fouls it off back behind the catcher. Strike 2. So now a ball and a couple of strikes for the powerful Bass Cooper.
Yeah, Grayson, it's nice when Bass Cooper's leading the inning off for you.
I'd like to see him to do something here. He's going to spread out a little bit, just try to kind of prevent the strikeout. I'll watch ball 2 go by. Scoots by his feet there. Now the count is all evened up at 2. So nobody on, nobody out. Bass Cooper facing Flores. The 2-2 pitch, curveball swung on, hit sharply to the second baseman. Second baseman dives, but he can't get it. So Cooper, despite facing the pitcher's count, finds a way to get on via the single.
Grayson, that bounced off the second baseman's glove, but that was not an error. That was definitely a hit. It would have been an outstanding play if that second baseman would have made it. But it was a good piece of hitting, especially with 2 strikes.
So now Bass Cooper, the base running threat at first. I say that jokingly if you know anything about Bryan baseball. Cooper's not here to steal bags, believe it or not.
That's why I think Cooper hits so many home runs, so he doesn't have to run the bases.
We talked about David Ortiz doing that.
Yeah, he's just Bryan College's David Ortiz. Maybe not, but. Well, I mean, the Angels have Mike Trout, so we have another kind of fish. We have bass. So he's like our Mike Trout, except he's Bass Cooper.
Yeah. Good stretch there, Daniel. Prince is fighting off some pitches, foul balls. Now he's got the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matthew Flores is going to give the courtesy look to Bass Cooper at first. Now here's the pitch. That curveball nearly catches the top of the zone, but it's going to miss. Count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Grayson, that curveball is like a 12-6. It's right over the top, and it breaks straight down.
That was hit sharply by Prince. That was going to find a hole, and Cooper's thinking 3, but he's going to intelligently hold up at second. So now runners first and second, nobody out for the team RBI leader, Daniel Dryden, for the Lions.
Sounds good to me, Grayson. Having our guy who hits the runners in up to bat. A couple of weeks ago, I saw the video of him hitting it. He killed a baseball, and it was posted a couple different places. I'd like to see that in person tonight.
I've been waiting weeks and weeks to give another home run call, and I'm hoping to have one here right now. So Bass at second, courtesy runner Alex Rollins at first. Dangerous hitter Daniel Dryden up to hit for the Lions. Matthew Flores comes set after receiving the sign from catcher Baldacchini. The bunt squared on and missed. Strike 1.
Grayson, a little bit of what happened, I guess, last inning with Chu up to bat. We had runners on first and second, nobody out like this inning.
Yeah.
And if they bunt them over, have runners in two runners in scoring position with some dangerous hitters up to bat. Looks like Kiko Garcia is up on deck. He's going to pinch hit. Ooh.
That bunt attempt is going to be fouled up over the net for strike number 2.
I think that's actually more impressive than getting a bunt down, is bunting it over the net.
Yeah, maybe so. So now, no balls, or 2 balls rather, and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes. My broadcasting friend Daniel Cox fooled me there.
Such a prankster. Not really. The scoreboard here at center field is actually not working.
Yeah, so I have to look down here at the computer to affirm the count, and the mouse was sitting on 2, and it had it lit up, so it made me think 2 balls, 2 strikes. So still no balls and 2 strikes on Daniel Dryden. That one's going to miss outside for ball number 1.
It's quite the snag by the catcher right there. That was, when you said outside, it was way outside. and catcher kind of stuck his glove out. Thankfully, it went in there for him.
So Matthew Flores for the Tigers looking to get out of some danger. 2 runners on, nobody out. Daniel Dryden up to bat. The curveball is going to be hit to fairly deep right field. The ball keeps going. It's over the right fielder's head. That's going to score at least one. Bass is going to be rounding third. Oh, I spoke too soon, Daniel. I spoke too soon. Bass is thrown out at home for out number 1. He just kind of got a little bit of a bad read on that one. It looked like the right fielder was camped out under it, but the wind just kept carrying it.
Yeah, Bass, the runners on right there had to be very careful. They had to tag up. Dryden was about to run down, got in front of him at second base, and so thankfully that didn't happen. But it was just an odd play right there.
Yeah, it was an odd play because once it was over the right fielder's head, he was so deep that he just really kind of had to stand up, and the ball was right there, sitting at the base of the fence. And unfortunately, no runs scored. Gave him the old broadcaster curse by saying one was going to score. So it looks like pinch hitter Kiko Garcia is in for the Bryan College Lions. And let me catch and see who he's hitting for. Do you know, Daniel, off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my
Oh, he's
head.
hitting for Mark Thornhill. So Mark Thornhill was DH in this game, and I believe he may be dealing with an injury. So they're going to bring in Kiko Garcia to hit for him.
Mark had that very, very long single in the first of the second inning. And, yeah, like Grayson said, he's dealing with an injury. And so I think letting Kiko bat right here is kind of a smart move.
Pickoff move, Dryden first. Nothing to show for it for the Tigers.
You know, Grayson, Kiko's a pretty good baseball player, but he is quite the musician also. If there's an instrument that you have, I bet Kiko could probably play it.
Kiko, that one's driven deep to left field. Watch out, left fielder. You're in the splash zone. Gone! Home run, Lions. Kiko Garcia delivers the 3-run bomb for the Bryan College Lions and continues their offensive onslaught.
There we go.
So ask and ye shall receive. I asked for a home run call and I got one.
There
Daniel.
you go.
So after that 3-run bomb, Matthew Flores is going to be pulled for the Tigers. And they're going to be bringing in someone new. Looks like another righty.
This is a rough outing for both of these starting pitchers, or not starting pitchers, but the first 2 pitchers for Georgetown today. Both giving up 3 runs apiece. The second pitcher's 3 runs were a little bit different than the guy in front of him, but still looks the same on an ERA.
Yeah, the thing is missing early in the count always comes back to bite you. When you miss early, you have to deliver the fastball over the heart of the plate, and Kiko took that one for a ride. So the score is now 6-0, and we're still in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and I believe there's only 1 out. So with this pitching change, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in action here in just a moment. We're back here, ready for more action in the bottom of the third. After the bases were cleared by Dryden, Grant Lala's up to bat for the Lions. The new arm for the Tigers, I don't have confirmation on this, but it looks like it's number 7, Pasquale de Philippus. That's a hard name to say. I tried my best, Tigers fans. Forgive me if I mispronounced that one.
Maybe we'll just call him number 7.
Number 7.
That's what the video games do when they can't pronounce the names. They'll just say their number. So number 7.
Grant Lala, big swing, but he chops it to Deshaun Moore at shortstop, hustles that one out, but good throw by Moore gets him. And now I do have confirmation as I see the back of his jersey that it is Pasquale de Philippus. De Philippus. That's my best shot at it.
Number 7.
Now
That's what I will
pitching
be
for the
calling
Tigers, number 7.
That's how we're gonna do that. Is this Jason?
Jason Chu now in to bat for the Lions. He's going to watch ball 1 go by there. Big swing, going to shoot it over the second baseman's head for the 2-out single. So good piece of hitting there for the contact hitter Jason Chu. Former Division I player from, I believe, North Dakota State or South Dakota State.
I think.
One of the two.
You know, Grayson, we're out here with sweatshirts and sweatpants on. He's probably thinking, ooh, it's a heat wave. Been up there in the Dakotas. I would say it gets a little chilly.
And I believe he's originally from Canada. I can confirm that here in just a second. Yeah, he's from Toronto, Canada, home of the Toronto Raptors and Toronto Maple Leafs.
And Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah. Why did I forget that?
I don't know. We're at a baseball game, Grayson.
And his former team is North Dakota State, Division I team. Dante Morton is going to chop that one to the pitcher, and the Philippus is that one to first for out number 3.
That was not funny, Grayson.
I tried. But not before the Lions get 3 via the 3-run bomb from Daniel Dryden. So now the score is 6-0, and we're going to take a short break.
It was a 3-run by Kiko Garcia, not Daniel Dryden.
Oh man, I'm just messing up all around here. 3-run bomb by Kiko Garcia. My apologies. Nonetheless, the score is 6-0. So we're back, ready for action. Jacob Buffington is going to remain on the bump for the Bryan College Lions. The first pitch is hit deep to right field. Grant Lawless kind of turned around a couple times, but he's going to camp out under it for out number 1.
You got to see some of Grant Lawless' best dance moves right there.
Yeah, the little 2-step shuffle there. That was Eric Burkle that flew out to Lala in right field. Now up to bat is number 24. Joshua Duarte.
Duarte has a 327 average. There's quite a few of these Georgetown hitters who are in the 300s hitting. None that it doesn't look like anybody really hits for power, with the highest home run total being 3 on the team.
Duarte puts a charge into that one, though.
Well,
thank you, Daniel. Thank you for that one as he hits that one out.
I lied.
We've had a couple of broadcaster botches. I'm messed up on names, and now Daniel gives the broadcaster curse as he says no one hits for power, as Duarte sends that one over the right field wall.
It's just not hard A, Grayson. Maybe we should just turn the headsets in.
Turn the headsets in. Y'all can just watch the live stream.
Yeah.
So now the score is 6-1. Georgetown is not going to go out without swinging. This team is receiving votes for a reason. And a great hit over the right field wall there by Duarte.
Grayson, that was actually Georgetown's first hit of the day. So Buffington went through 3 innings of no hits.
What a way to ruin the no-hitter. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it right. I mean,
now hitting for the Tigers is number 12. I'm trying to get a name on this guy. Apologies to the Tigers fans. Number 12, Baldacchini.
Baldacchini.
Maxwell Baldacchini.
Well, I think I ordered that at Olive Garden the other day.
Oh my goodness, Dan. Must be Italian descent from somewhere down the line.
Such a cool name, though.
It's much better than your last name.
Yes, it is.
Buffington comes set. Delivers that one inside. Has Baldacchini scooting back. We have no numbers on Baldacchini. Oh, yes, we do. He's hitting 328 on the year. I just kept overlooking him, I guess.
Another guy over 300. But this time I'm going to say that he can hit for power like crazy.
Well, he messed up again because he goes down looking on strikes. Jacob Buffington, good response there for the Lions. Now 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Buffington delivers the pitch, swung on, strike 1. Hank Schneller batting for the Georgetown Tigers. This pitch is hit way up in the sky. Morton camps out under it in shallow right field and catches it for out number 3. So despite the solo home run to right field, the score is 6-1. Lions still on top. We're going to take a short break in the action, and we'll be back in just a moment. So we're back here in Dayton, Tennessee for the bottom of the 4th inning. Parker Cosby digs in for the Bryan College Lions. Cosby's done well defensively. I guarantee you he's hoping to get things going offensively. That one swung on and hit to shallow right field. The second baseman and right fielder communicate, and the right fielder catches it for out number 1.
Grayson, most of the time it's not good to start the bottom or the fourth inning with your leadoff hitter, but it is in our case because that means we have batted around at least twice.
Yeah.
So
this is Darwin Gregg's third AB of the game. He's going to watch that one go by for ball one. The umpire's been consistent. He's not giving that inside part of the plate. Big swing by Darwin Gregg, but it's going to be fouled off back behind home plate. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Philippus has done well so far. Comes set, delivers the pitch to Baldacini. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike on the powerful hitting Darwin Gregg. The pitch, the swing, shallow center field, in for a hit. So the 1-out hit falls into center field for a base knock, and that's going to bring in Bass Cooper. Speaking of Bass Cooper, go ahead, Daniel.
I was going to say that is another hit for this Bryan lineup today. It's actually they've hit it to all parts of the field. We've seen power to the left side and lots of good contact where the defense is not on the right side of the field. Just like that.
Cooper's going to fire one down the right field line. Gregg is rounding second, and he's going to hang up at third. But Cooper delivers the 1-out double to bring 2 runners in scoring position. And as you alluded to, this offense is firing on all cylinders here today on a Monday afternoon.
Yes, they're still in weekend form right now on this Monday.
This team has played on Monday a few times for various reasons. Today, just because it's kind of the midweek for this week. But there's been a couple times where there's been rainouts, and we don't play on Sundays here at Bryan College, so we've had to move the weekend conference series to a Monday. So perhaps they're just used to it. And Daniel, looks like Nathan Cornell is going to be on the base pads for the Lions as he's going to be pinch running for Bass Cooper.
Yes, I think that's smart. Getting that runner in at second with some extra speed, hopefully when there's some more hits this inning. That's a big thing to do.
Thankfully, NAIA rules say that you can re-enter after a substitute, so Bass Cooper will still remain in this game despite being pinch run for. Bradley Prince batting for the Lions against DePhilippus, rather. That fastball finds his hands when he fouled off back behind the catcher for strike 2. So runners on second and third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. The good hitter, Bradley Prince, up to bat. DePhilippus fires the fastball, and Bradley Prince goes down looking on a beautiful pitch on the outside corner.
That was definitely a pitcher's pitch right there, right on the outside corner. Here's your man, Grayson.
Here's my man, the one I gave the home run to when it was really Kiko Garcia that hit it.
He's a good name, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Daniel. I said that last time. I'll say it again. Great name.
Runners on second and third. Now 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th for Daniel Dryden. Daniel Dryden hits one fairly deep center field. That ball's carrying. It's back. It's on the warning track, but caught by Joshua Duarte. So that was a very loud out number 3. No runs scored on this inning despite a couple of hits, but the score remains 6-1, Lions on top after 4. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back here in Dayton, Tennessee. Here we go, halfway through this contest. Lions are on top of the Tigers, 6-1, heading into the top of the 5th inning. Jacob Buffington, done well thus far, remains on the bump for the Lions.
He's through 4, and they're bringing it back out for the 5th. I completely agree with it. Giving up 1 hit today on 1 run, 1 home run. It's the only pitch that they've run into today.
The average leading hitter, Andrew Cromwell, up to bat for the Tigers. He's going to lead things off for them. Buffington's going to fall behind, 2 balls and no strikes. Buffington gets the sign from Bradley Prince. Comes set. Now the pitch. Just misses low. Buffy wanted that one. 3 balls, no strikes. Buffington comes set for the 3-0 pitch. On its way. That one's going to miss. Ball 4. So Cromwell finds first base via the base on balls. And that brings up number 1, Jake Manderson. He's only had 6 at-bats this year, but he's hitting at a pretty good clip of 333 so far.
He's 1 home run on the year, so clearly he's got some pop, unless he just lucked up occasionally.
Well, I mean, for only 6 at-bats to have 1 home run, he probably does have some pop. So Cromwell getting a favorable lead over at first is just kind of kept honest over there by the pickoff move. Manderson hits it pretty hard to right fielder Grant Lala, but it's right to him. Caught for out number 1.
It's a right place at the right time kind of play out there by Lala. He really didn't have to move anywhere to catch that ball.
I'm sure that's how he likes it too.
Of course. That's how anybody would like it.
So now after the line out from Manderson, number 10, Max Flock, is up to bat for the Tigers.
It's another pickoff to first base. Buffington's really keeping an eye on that runner over there. I guess he has some speed that I don't know about, but yeah.
Strike called there on the outside corner. Brings the count to no balls and a strike. Pickoff move keeps him honest over there. The 0-1 pitch finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and missed. Flock goes down swinging, strike 3. So Buffy continues the impressive start for the Lions. Trying to get a number on the amount of strikeouts he's had so far in this game. Runners going. Prince throws it down to second. It's going to be just late. That one's hard to handle for the second baseman, Dante Morton. So the runner will reach second safely. So through 4 2/3, Buffington's had 4 strikeouts after that one against Flock.
I think those 4 came within probably in the first 2 innings, or first 2 innings plus that one. So I guess 3 in the first 2 innings.
Another ground ball that Cosby handles well. Fires it over to first for out number 3. So Buffington continues with his impressive start for the Lions. They remain on top 6-1 after the top of the 5th. We're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be back. Here we are back in action at center field in Dayton, Tennessee. DeFilippis remains on the mound for the Tigers. And Kiko Garcia, who ran into a 3-run bomb earlier in this game, is going to dig into the plate here.
I bet they are a little more careful pitching to Kiko this time around, especially with a pinch hit home run.
That curveball finds the zone for strike one.
It is not surprising that they started him with a curveball.
No balls and a strike against Garcia. Another curveball that's swung on and shot through the 6 hole for a leadoff single.
There he is again, getting on base. Well, should I say getting on base for the first time. He rounded all of them last time.
Double and triple away from the cycle now.
There we go.
Grant Lala, powerful swinging man, up to bat for the Lions now. Watch his fastball catch the inside corner for strike one.
Grayson, I don't know about you, but I think this is the this pitcher for Georgetown has more velocity than the other two so far. I think he's using that today. So far, it really doesn't seem to be throwing off our hitters, but that's something that you definitely can appreciate a little bit more.
Yeah, Bryan College has faced good competition up to this point in the season. And Grant Lala takes one. Left fielder, there's a pond back there. You're in the splash zone. Gone! Round them all. Grant Lala, home run, Lions. What a hit by Grant Lala.
Oh,
a
my
no-doubter,
goodness.
Daniel.
Yes, I didn't watch him. I was too busy watching the baseball, and I still don't know if it's landed yet. It's kind of like Jorge Soler in the World Series last year, but that was a swing and a half there from Lala.
That was tanked on. The left fielder usually likes to give the bullpen, the guy warming up the bullpen, a heads up, but there was no need for that one. That ball was hit deep into the pond back there in left field.
The guys in the bullpen are turning around to make sure no one's standing behind them to give them a heads up.
So after the home run, Jason Chu is going to dig into the batter's box for the Lions. He's facing now 1 ball and no strike count. Swings on that one. The foul ball is going to even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You think that ball's landed yet?
Yeah, I'm still wondering. I think it got caught up in the jet stream up there. That pitch by DeFilippis is going to miss just outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Chu, big swing, kind of flares it to the right fielder. The right fielder camps out under it and catches it for out number 1. So now Dante Morton, the second baseman for the Lions, is going to make his way to the plate, facing 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
You know, Grayson, our hitters have done a very good job today. A lot of the Georgetown pitchers have not given up very many free passes. They haven't hit many people. I don't know if they've hit anybody. And this is completely on the offense.
It really is. And they've had 13 hits in this ball game so far. So they really are firing on all cylinders. Dante Morton watches ball 2 go by. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes. The thing that the Bryan College hitters have capitalized on in today's game is taking advantage of a hitter's count. When they've been in hitter's counts and seen fastballs, they've driven them to gaps and over the fence. So now 3 balls, no strikes to Philippus with the pitch. It's kind of nubbed out to Philippus, and he flips it on to first for out number 2. So the lineup flips over for the 4th time in today's game with Parker Cosby looking to join the hit parade. Cosby's the only hitless one in this lineup so far in today's game. Big swing there, just misses, foul tip, strike one.
He was trying to make it where everyone in the lineup has a hit after that swing.
He's trying to prove me wrong. No balls and a strike for DeFilippis. Cosby digs in. That one's hit deep to left field. The ball's carrying. It's going to be in the corner, and it's going to be foul.
That was so close too. I almost thought we had another splash zone call there.
I know. It would have been the third one of this game. Anytime the ball gets thrown into the air in today's contest, the wind's blowing so hard that it could fly right on out of here.
That is true.
So Cosby digs in. The count is no balls and 2 strikes. Catcher sets up outside. Cosby chops to the third baseman. Cosby's hustling. Third baseman makes a beautiful play for out number 3. So another bomb by the Lions moves the score now to 8-1. Lions on top after 5. We'll be back. Buffington will remain on the mound for the Lions. We'll be back in action in just a few moments. We're back in action here in Dayton, Tennessee at center field. Leading things off is the true leadoff hitter for the Tigers, Deshaun Moore. Deshaun Moore looked like he was going to throw out a drag bunt, but decides to think better of it. He's going to shoot one to Cosby. Nice play in the hot corner by Cosby. He fires it over to Bass for out number 1.
Cosby has had no problem over there today. That ball, he was playing in on the grass, on the infield grass, and that ball was barreled.
Yeah, it was.
He just snagged it.
If you would have told me today that Cosby's a true blue third baseman, I'd believe you. Nice pitch there by Buffington on the outside corner, strike 1.
Grayson, how long do you think they ride Buffington right here?
As long as his arm will take him. He's thrown 5 innings and only given up 1 run on 1 hit. And I believe 4 strikeouts.
He has jumped ahead of hitters all day long. And that's what's been able to keep him in the game. It was a nasty pitch.
Chop to the shortstop. Smooth play by Jason Chu for out number 2. So after the ground out by the second baseman, Eric Burkle, number 3, I believe a pinch hitter. It's going to be a pinch hitter for the Tigers, Jackson Spiegelberg. What a name.
That's not even that. Is that even top 3 names on this team?
Spiegelberg check swings and nubs it over to the second baseman, Dante Morton, for out number 3. So Buffington continues to work strong through 5. Lions still on top, 8-1. We'll be back. We're back in action here at center field in Dayton, Tennessee. Darwin Gregg up to bat for the Lions. That one nearly hits him, but called strike one. New arm in for the Tigers. That's going to be number 34, Andrew Day. That's an easy name.
I like that
Thank you.
name.
Thank
Yes,
you,
I'll say
Andrew.
his name, not number 7, Andrew Day.
We appreciate you, Andrew. To all the common names of America.
If Andrew's parents are listening, thank you for naming your son Andrew.
2 balls and a strike against Darwin Gregg. Day, the lefty, comes set. Big swing by Gregg. He kind of put some English on that one, fouls it off toward the home dugout. The old pull cue shot.
There, yeah. Little spinner. That's the one that hits the fence and spins and spins and spins.
Now the 2-2 pitch hit way up in the air into the stratosphere. And foul.
Almost off of a truck.
Nearly hit my good friend Brady Hill over there. The 2-2 pitch misses high and outside for Day. The count is all full, 3 balls and a pair of strikes. The 3-2 pitch swung on. Hit toward foul territory and is going to fall foul. So a new life for Darwin Gregg. The count remains all squared up, 3-2. Daniel, 13 hits for the Lions and a team that has struggled offensively this year but has done well today. What's been the difference maker?
I really don't know. I wish, again, like I said earlier, I wish I did know. Then I could be a coach and make a lot of money. I really do think hitting the fastball when it's coming in. The Georgetown pitchers have actually done a bad job about getting behind in counts. What our pitcher, Jacob Buffington, has not done today. But their pitchers have been getting behind in counts, and that forces them to throw fastballs right where you don't want to throw a fastball. Yeah. And the Bryan hitters have just done what their coaches tell them. Yeah. Hit a fastball.
So the switch hitting power hitter, Bass Cooper, in to hit for the Lions. He's done well so far in today's contest. Going to look to continue that. Gregg flew out to center field. For those who missed that. Now there's 2 strikes on Cooper. The umpire signals 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jordan Day comes set for the Tigers.
Andrew Day.
Jordan Day's brother. I'm just kidding. Andrew Day comes set, rather. I'm sorry about that.
I was really confused. I was like, I thought Jordan Day was in the first base coaching box. He is.
Foul ball hit back behind the catcher. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Andrew Day delivers the pitch. Nearly offered at. Bass holds up. Moves the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm a little rusty today, Daniel. It's been a while since I've done this.
Well, me too. I mean, I guess this time I'm not freezing, so it's a little different. Uh-oh.
Bass fired one into the dugout through the foul ball.
Just making sure they were awake over there.
Wake up. Cooper digs in. Day looks on to Baldacchini. Baldacchini sets up inside, and that's where Day delivers it. This foul ball is right toward us.
Grayson, I was going to try to catch that one and just went a little too far.
You should have tried. I'm giving you bonus points.
Could have dove for it.
So Andrew Day comes set. The count remains all even at 2. Bass Cooper swings on one, hits it fairly deep down the left field line. Foul.
You know, Grayson, we have hit some foul balls today that if they were just 2 feet the other way, they might be home runs.
A game of inches, they call it. And that 3-2 count misses and is going to draw a walk for Bass Cooper.
It's an excellent at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches, fouled off very good pitches. Kind of got behind, but then caught back up, and now he's on first base for it. So very, very good at-bat.
Bradley Prince up to bat now for the Lions. Day with the pitch. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. Strike one. No ball and a strike on Bradley Prince. That one misses low and outside. Ball one. One ball, one strike on Prince. Prince shoots that one over the third baseman's head, but it's going to be foul. So now 2 strikes on the Cat. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled off back behind. The catcher remains 1-2.
That ball looked like it ran in a little bit there on Prince, and he swung, and I think he was glad it didn't hit his hands.
Just fighting. Day gets him there with a running fastball for strike number 3. Prince is sat down on strikeout. So that brings up number 29, Daniel Dryden, up to the right-handed hitter's box, also known as a batter's box. Dryden shoots one over to the third baseman. He's going to go to second for the third out of this inning. So no damage done for the Lions despite the walk from Bass. The score remains 8-1 after 6 innings. We'll be back. We're back in action here in center field in Dayton, Tennessee. Jacob Buffington remains on the mound for the Lions. Baldacchini shoots one to right field. That one's going back deep off the wall. It was hit so hard, Baldacchini is going to remain at first. Grant Lala does a good job getting it in. Good way to start things off there for the Tigers, Daniel.
You know, I guess when a pitcher's been out there 6 complete and going back for his 7th inning, it's about time you get your second hit of the ball game.
The Tigers have struggled a little bit offensively in this ball game. they're going to continue to fight until the 27th out is made.
Yes, I definitely would not write them off until that 27th out is made. Uh-oh.
Back-to-back singles for the Tigers. Runners held up at second. Good piece of hitting there by Hank Schneller, the first baseman for the Tigers. Now number 14, Andrew Cromwell, is going to dig into the batter's box. He's going to watch strike one go by.
Like I said earlier, he is the leading hitter for the Georgetown baseball team. He has a .362 average. Again, anytime you can hit over 300 is a good thing.
Buffington with a quick move over there to second, keeping the courtesy runner honest. Cromwell digs back in for the Tigers. No balls and a strike. Buffington, the pitch. Swung on, flared out to right field. Lala's in on it. The runner fakes the tag from second. Good throw by Lala. Keeps the runner at second. So now one down here in the top of the seventh for the Bryan Lions defense.
It was a good thing that Lala got that ball in quickly. It looked like the guy on second was about to take off running, but I think he saw that throw and kind of second-guessed himself. That's all you have to do in the outfield.
So now Buffington misses there outside, ball one. Jake Manderson takes that one for ball two. So Buffington going to have to find the zone once again if he wants to remain in this ball game. Someone's getting loose in the home bullpen. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss high and outside. Ball three. This is where, as a pitcher, you have to dig deep and find a way to get through this inning.
Yes, he's been in this game a long time, and he's pitched well so far. Hopefully that can continue. Back in the zone there.
Yeah, strike one called there. Brings the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Buffington comes set, one down here in the 7th inning. And that one's going to miss for ball 4, and it's going to load the bases up for the Georgetown Tigers. Looks like head coach Clint McCauley is going to make his way to the bump to at least talk to Jacob Buffington. No sign yet that they're going to the bullpen. Buffington's done well, though, Daniel. Whether they stick with him or not, he's done a really good job in this ball game.
Oh, yeah. I saw somebody go to the bullpen in the 4th inning, come back at the end of the 4th inning, go to the bullpen in the 5th inning, come back at the end of the 5th inning. And so any day you can get through 6 or even 7 innings with your starting pitcher, you know that he's got his stuff working today or that day, and Buffington has that today for the Lions.
Yeah, he truly has. Being back here, we've seen that Buffington has been on his A game today. His stuff is moving, and he's done a really good job thus far. We're here in the top of the 7th, one down, and that one's hit to second baseman. Dante Morton's just going to flip it over to first for out number 2.
It's a tough hop on Dante over there. I think him and Chew were about to turn 2 in the middle. but I don't think that hop helped any, and so just take the out at first. Only give up 1 run right there instead of being much worse than that.
If it was a 5-4 ball game, you'd be really upset that didn't happen, but it's an 8-1 ball game, so 1 out there means a lot. So Tigers hitter Isaiah Bumgarner watches strike 1 go by. Buffington gets the sign once again from Bradley Prince. Comes set, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Bumgarner fires 1 to first, but not before Bass Cooper catches it for out number 3. So despite the danger, Buffington only gives up 1. The score is 8-2 after the top of the 7th. We'll be back for the bottom half of this inning. We're back ready for the bottom of the 7th here in Dayton, Tennessee. At center field, new pitcher in for the Tigers, number 20, Zach Now.
Kiko with another hit.
Kiko fires that one up in between the shortstop and second baseman for a leadoff single.
Thankfully, that pitcher had an 11.5-inch glove on, not a 12-inch glove. He might have caught it.
I'm just going to take a second to plug tonight's student-led debate. If you're on the live stream and you like politics and you like hearing me talk as much as I like hearing me talk, then you can tune in tonight from 8 to 9:30 and hear an AEI, student-led political debate on public health policy. If you're like the rest of the world and you don't give a darn about politics, maybe I can convince you otherwise as to why it's important. Grant Lala digs in for the Lions. Looks like a curveball missed high. Kind of backed up on Now. No ball, no, 2 balls, no strikes for Grant Lala. Big swing. It's going to be flared off back behind the home dugout. That foul ball makes it 2 balls and a strike. Garcia got the second via the wild pitch. So now runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th, no outs. That one nearly plunks Lala in the rear end. Now 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Lala did not try to get out of the way of that one. I think he's trying to get on base. He turn a little bit, but see some guys jump out of the way. Well, I was like, absolutely not.
That one nearly gets him again, but it's going to miss inside rather for ball 4. So now runners on first and second, still no outs. And they're going to bring in a pinch runner for Grant Lala. Looks like it was a former courtesy runner, Alex Rollins. Jason Chu up to bat for the Bryan College Lions. He's done well in this ball game, attaining 1 hit and playing really solid defense. So Garcia at second, Rollins at first. Chu up to bat, swung on and missed.
Yeah, Chu has done a very good job today. He's not a guy that they're going to be posting about later, but he's some of my favorite players when I think of baseball teams are guys that just hold the team together by playing solid defense, getting a hit here and there. I just found that very, very valuable and overlooked, really.
Yeah, it is valuable to a team. Jason Chu facing the no ball, 2-strike count. Number 20 now pitching. Big swing by Chu. It's going to take the center fielder back just a little bit. And Garcia's going to be running on it. And he gets to third by tagging up on the fly ball out to the center fielder.
See, like that. I mean, that's it's not going to go into the scores book as anything really special, but it moves a runner to third with 1 out in the inning, and that's something that if you don't pay attention to baseball, you don't see that often.
Yeah. So now runners at the corners with 1 down here for Dante Morton.
Good bunt.
Morton bunts it to the pitcher. The pitcher flips it home, and what a beautiful play by the Tigers defense. Break that one down for us, Daniel.
Well, it was a bunt back to the pitcher. The pitcher flipped it home to the catcher. Kiko slid head first into home plate. The umpire signaled safe and then out and then looked very confused, and Coach McCauley is going to go have a talk with him. I think he meant out, but did the motion safe and then thought safe and said out. I don't know.
Well,
I don't think he knows.
We're all human. I've messed up a few times up here, so cut the guy some slack down there.
Oh, yeah. He has a job that I do not want to do.
Yeah, no doubt. He's done pretty good in this ball game.
Yeah, I really can't complain about him. I think that was just almost just a mental kind of hiccup right there.
Cosby's going to join the hit parade with that one down the right field line. And it looks like the umpire signals foul, then calls it fair. And that's going to score 2 on the double, but Parker's going to go to third now on the heads-up base running play by him. Looks like the Georgetown coach is going to go out there and talk to the umpire. Like I said, I kind of spoke before I should have and said that he got a hit and really landed right on the chalk out there. And the umpire signaled foul at first, but then he called it fair.
That's 2 back-to-back plays. The umpire, I think he's
just trying to even out the confusion.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he was gonna. He might just wanted to talk to both coaches before the day was over with. So
that pitch misses inside for against Darwin Gregg. Ball 1.
Really, for the most part, it's been a one-sided game so far, and I know umpires can almost get into a habit of it being a pretty easygoing game. And so when plays like the last 2 just happen, sometimes it almost catches them by surprise. Sometimes as an umpire, you don't even realize you're doing that.
But what a game for the Bryan College Lions. I mean, this is the Lions that we know. That one's going to be hit to left field. They're going to bring in another run. Darwin's rounding first, and he's going to have a stand-up double.
Oh, my goodness, Grayson. What they feed in the cafeteria today for lunch.
The chicken tenders.
The chicken tenders. The power tenders.
That is the 15th hit of this contest.
Wow.
And everyone in the starting lineup has a hit to their name. After that, Greg is now 2 for 5 on the day. Bass Cooper 2 for 3 on the day. Going to look to make it 3 for 4 with this plate appearance.
Grayson, all of this has happened with 2 outs in the inning too. That's so impressive. Two out hits wins baseball games, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, it does, and it's 11-2. Bryan on top, facing the struggles that we faced so far this year. I imagine there are many people around Dayton who weren't expecting this one today against a really good Georgetown Tigers team. But I'm telling you, like you said earlier today, it's all about getting hot at the right time. Now pitches. Bass Cooper hits one pretty deep to center field, but the center fielder tracks it down for out number 3.
Grayson, it was a good thing the center fielder was playing on the warning track right there. He would not have gotten there. They know what Bass is capable of, and so they were playing back there to limit that.
So after the third out is recorded by Joshua Duarte, we're going to take a short break before we head into the top of the 8th inning. So we're back for more action here in Dayton, Tennessee at center field. For those confused, that's center with an S. Matt Lentz is going to be pitching now for the Bryan College Lions after a great outing by Jacob Buffington.
Yeah, really, really solid start for him. He went 7 innings. Gave up 2 hits, is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Just 2?
2 or 3. I think
3
3
I
hits.
think 3 hits. 3 hits, and just 2 runs. That's not bad at all.
Matt Lentz gets ahead quickly, 0-2.
Lentz has come in, and he is looks like throwing a little heat. Both of the swings by number 2 here for Georgetown have been very late.
We got Deshaun Moore here, the leadoff hitter today for the Georgetown Tigers.
He's playing. He's had a couple really good plays at shortstop today. I've been very impressed.
Yeah, he is a good ball player from what I can tell up here. Matt Lentz now with the 1-ball, 2-strike count. Prince setting up outside.
Ooh.
And good piece of hitting there by Deshaun Moore. He fires that one up the middle. And he won it too. Like that kind of base running. Hustle right out of the box.
Deshaun, he knew he had some speed, and he's going to see if he could sneak it past the Bryan center fielder out there. But thankfully, he didn't.
So now Matt Lentz gives up the leadoff single by Deshaun Moore. He comes set now. And misses up with that one against number 6, Eric Burkle. Pretty healthy lead over there by Moore. Matt Lentz fires in a fastball that's fouled off back toward the first base dugout. The count's even at 1 now.
Grayson, thankfully the sun stayed out today. With the wind, if it got cloudy, it'd be a little chilly. But that sun's really keeping it warm.
It is. It's a nice day to play baseball. It's that perfect weather where you can be working hard and not really sweating too much either.
Oh yeah.
But you're not all that cold. It's just that good weather here in March.
Oh yeah.
The mountains of East Tennessee.
Normally in March it's either snowing or it's 94. So I'm glad that's kind of changed a little bit.
Moore takes off. And Cosby makes a good play. He mishandled the ground ball originally and was going to throw it to first, but it squeaks by him, and he manages to get back to it and flip it to third, where Jason Chu was covering to get Deshaun Moore, who was playing some aggressive base-running baseball there.
Again, that was a great play by him over there at third. Again, I want to highlight Jason Chu's at third base. Again, something else that's not going to go down in the scorecard, but I mean, that's just a hustle heads-up play. That was really good by Cosby and Chu right there.
It was, and looks like the Tigers are going to bring in a pinch hitter who's only had 2 at-bats earlier in this season. His name is Jalen Miller.
You know, very small sample size. Doesn't look like he has a hit yet this year, but 2 at bats, you can still get a hit here and then be a 300 hitter if you look at it that way.
Jalen Miller is a freshman, 6'3" freshman who plays outfield, and his previous school was Morehead State University. So a lot of potential in this guy to be a good ball player.
Oh yeah, tall left-handed hitter. Normally, left-handed hitters seem to hit for more power, and him being that tall, left-handed, that's pretty good.
Fastball catches the inside part of the plate there for Matt Lentz. Moves the count to 2 balls and a strike. Matt Lentz comes set. Misses with that one against Miller. Now the count's 3 balls and a strike. Three balls, 1 strike. Matt Lentz comes set. Delivers the pitch to Prince. Prince has to backhand that one. Ball 4. Brings Miller to first. And Eric Burkle to second.
You know, you're just one ground ball away from getting out of this inning. There's 1 out already. Not a time to panic for the Lions and for Mintz. Just keep making pitches, keep staying around the zone.
Here's the pitch from Lentz. Good pitch there. Blows it by the hitter, number 12, Maxwell Baldacchini. Baldacchini digs in. Wentz with the pitch. Nearly gets Baldacchini. It does get Baldacchini. So with that hit by pitch, the bases are now loaded. It looks like someone's warming up in the home bullpen. Just from looking at this roster, this is a pretty young team, Daniel. A lot of freshmen and sophomores down the line. In fact, Maxwell Baldacchini is a freshman of himself.
Wow, that's actually it's a really good thing to be playing a lot of freshmen. They get probably 4 years of experience, some less, some more. It's just good when you can do that and kind of expose them to the college game earlier. So I guess that's what their mindset is this year. And if they're already making some noise now, receiving votes, there's no telling what they could do in 3-4 years.
Yeah, and it's not like they're not competing. They're 18-9, and like you said, receiving votes. And some of that has to do with the COVID situation. A lot of these guys who are still deemed freshmen and sophomore are really sophomores and juniors in the classroom. Myself, for example, I'm a first semester senior in the classroom, but I'm still a sophomore on the field. And I would imagine that's the case for a lot of those players at Georgetown as well. Only 4 true seniors on the roster.
Good pitch.
That one's going to be an infield fly, and that's going to bring us to 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning.
It was a good pitch. That was he didn't panic right there. Got an easy play for his infield. It's exactly what you want in that situation. Now you're at 2 outs, and fly ball, ground out. Anything can end this inning without any damage.
Of course, if you're Hank Schneller, the one who popped that one up, you have the bases loaded and a great RBI opportunity, and it stinks to not capitalize on that. Number 14, Andrew Cromwell, up to bat now for the Tigers. Watches strike 1 go by. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss up. Evens the count up at 1. Wentz gets the sign from Prince. Comes set. Cromwell digs in. Checks swings. Fires it over there toward the first base dugout.
Watch your lips. Get you a nice, pretty bruise. If you get hit by one of those.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here on Cromwell. Wentz comes set. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss, and Prince kind of scoots over and backhands that one.
Prince has done a great job behind the dish today. I mean, his pitchers have given him lots to easily handle, but even the pitches that are lower in the zone, harder to handle, Prince has done a great job keeping those in front of him, keeping them in his mitt.
Here's the pitch. Cromwell continues to fight. Fighting with 2 strikes, keeps the count even at 2.
He's not going away easily. From a hitting standpoint, that's what you want. You never want to give up an easy at bat. From a pitching standpoint, these guys are like a wart. They're just really annoying. Just really annoying. Uh-oh.
Cromwell shoots that one high into the air, and the wind just kind of pushes it over the fence, foul.
3 Lions were within 10 feet of that ball when it landed. The left fielder, third baseman, and shortstop. So just shows you how high up that ball went.
Yeah, and then the defense is resetting, all going back to their respective positions. And Cromwell is ready as well. Lentz comes set. The count still 2-2. Bases loaded. Top of the 8th. And just misses high and tight there. It's going to bring the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes.
So right here, it's one of my favorite things in baseball, when the runners start taking off before the pitch is even thrown. Not before it's thrown, but when it's thrown.
The payoff pitch. Something's going to happen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the 8th. Bases loaded. Strike number 3. Big pitch there by Lentz. Keeps the score at 11-2. Lions on top. So despite some of his struggles in this inning, Lentz finds a way to get out of it with no runs scored. We're going to take a short break, and Daniel and me will be back in just a few.
How you get here, how you prepare, how you choose to contend matters. So, what does it take? The possession of authority, the courage and strength of character, the ability to quickly move, think, and understand, the confidence in yourself and those who stand alongside you, the dedication through practice and instruction, the ability to see the mission clearly, to remain relevant and consistent, to be in charge of and in command of your own ability. It takes a determined attempt to compete. To contend.
We're back and ready for more action here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bradley Prince is going to get things started here for the home team, Bryan Lions. Good play by the second baseman. He's going to flip around and throw it to the first baseman for out number 1.
Quick pitch, quick out.
Freshman right-handed pitcher Seth Batons, number 44 from Clinton, Michigan, in to pitch now for the Georgetown Tigers.
Now, Grayson, it doesn't look like he's pitched before for them this year. Is that true?
Yeah, well, we don't have any stats on him at least.
Well,
big drive out there to right field. The wind's kind of pushing it toward foul territory, but the right fielder makes a good play on it for out number 2.
it's 2 pitches and 2 outs for him. Quite the start there for the freshman.
So after the second out is recorded by Isaiah Bumgarner in right field, Kiko Garcia digs in to the right-handed batter's box. Batons delivers, misses outside, ball 1. Batons comes set, the 1-0 pitch on its way. The curveball nearly gets Garcia in the elbow, but he dodges out of its way. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Garcia kind of hits that one off the end of the bat. Strike 1.
Is Kiko 3 for 3 on the day?
If he's not, he's pretty close to it. Kiko
I think
fouls
he
that
is.
one off.
I think he is 3 for 3. The pinch hit home run.
Yep.
Then he had a ball in the gap over the third baseman shortstop head, one of the two, and then a ball up the middle. I think he is 3 for 3.
Yeah, 3 for 3 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. in today's contest. The curveball just misses inside. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that one misses just outside for ball 4. So Kiko reaches via the base on balls. And we're going to see a pinch hitter in here for the Lions, number 39, Alex Rollins. Rollins has gotten some work on the base paths today, but not in the batter's box.
Now, Grayson, the Rollins brothers, they live together, but aren't they your suite mates in the dorms?
They are my suite mates.
Is that kind of, do you ever hear them fighting? I mean, they are brothers. They would have to fight each other, wouldn't they?
Yeah. They fight occasionally.
A little Cain and Abel action? Nah, I mean, not that bad. But.
It's usually pretty entertaining.
Thankfully, they've lived together almost for a full year now, and they're both still alive, so can't promise they don't have black eyes or anything.
They're a fun crew to hang around.
Oh, yeah.
Rollins watches that one. It's going to be ball 2. So now the count, no, rather it's 3 balls and no strikes. So Baton's with the 3-0 pitch is going to miss outside, ball 4. So struggling a little bit with command here in the bottom of the 8th is Baton's, and that's going to bring out what appears to be the head coach for the Tigers. While he's talking to his guy, we're going to go to a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, we're back from the mound visit. Jason Chu up to bat for the Lions. Watches that one miss high and tight. 1 ball, no strikes.
Looks like just in the past couple pitches there, Georgetown's pitcher is losing a little bit of control after starting with 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Yeah, it appears that this is his first appearance of the year. So I imagine that there are some nerves. That one's going to miss just low and outside. Two balls, no strikes. That one misses high. 3 balls, no strikes. So Baton's really struggling to find the zone, Daniel.
Grayson, do you think he goes, that would be 3 back-to-back walks, back-to-back-to-back walks. Do you think they pull him after this, or do you think they just ride him out for the rest of this inning?
I don't know. With the score being 11-2, you may see this guy get some adversity time experience with the bases loaded. Of course, if the game was a little tighter, I would definitely say that they're going to pull him. But with the game being kind of blown out at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of ride him for the rest of the game. That one misses outside for ball 4, and Baton's walks the bases loaded. So now Dante Morton up to bat for the Bryan College Lions. And the bases are loaded, Daniel.
It's a big spot for Dante. Really could push this lead even further.
Why not just blow this game out of the water, Dante? The score's already 11-2.
This has been a very exciting game. We've seen a couple home runs, a couple doubles, saw a triple. We've seen a really good pitching performance. Let's see a grand slam.
Yeah, why not?
I think I'm just getting a little aggressive here, but let's do it.
The ambition from Daniel, I appreciate. I believe Baton's will have to fire in a strike for that grand slam to happen, though.
That's true.
Dayton's has really struggled thus far.
He did to start this at bat, but back again with another miss. So that's 14 pitches and 1 strike in the past 14 pitches. 15 and 1 strike now.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch is a curveball that's going to miss low. So now 2 balls and a strike. Dante Morton shoots that one way into the air, a major league fly ball. And it is caught by the shortstop, Deshaun Moore. So after the bases are loaded, nothing's going for the Bryan Lions. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for more action here in Dayton, Tennessee. All right, in to close things out for the Bryan College Lions is David Walker, the hard-throwing righty from Georgia.
Now, it's not a save opportunity, but you still want to do your job right here and end the game quick. Oh, wow. He's throwing with some intention behind that one.
Walker gets Manderson to swing and miss there. No balls and a strike. That one misses just low. Evens the count up at 1. That one misses low as well. And the field umpire says no swing. So now 2 balls and a strike.
Didn't look like he swung there, but, you know, you might as well check. It's the 9th inning. You might get some umpires who are ready to go home.
David Walker misses just outside there for ball 3. So now the count is 3 balls and a strike on Manderson. Walker fires a strike across the plate. It's going to be fouled off down the third base line. Brings the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Really got a hold of that ball, but thankfully it went foul, so we're not having to worry about it. In the full count, though, comes the payoff pitch.
The good hitting Jake Manderson digs in. David Walker with a 3-2 pitch. Just misses outside. So Manderson gets to first via the base on balls. And that's going to bring up number 10, Max Flock. Manderson with a fairly healthy lead at first.
Wow.
Good pitch there by Walker, but caught a ball nonetheless.
Not going to lie, Grayson, when the score is what it is now and it's the 9th inning, normally you get those.
Yeah.
You get those calls from the umpire.
That one missed even more outside, but it's going to be called a strike. Evens the count up at 1.
Maybe that was his makeup call. He might have missed that last one. Kind of a wild pickoff move over to first, but looks like Cooper picked that out of the dirt, thankfully. Didn't let it go to the wall.
Fast move, but a little shady throw. Good play by Cooper, as you mentioned. Flock, big swing, but doesn't connect. Strike 2. Walker receives a sign from Prince. Prince sets up on the outer half of the plate. And that's where Walker delivers. Strike 3 swinging. Sits down Flock on strikes.
Prince back there did not even have to move his catcher's mitt. Walker threw it right where he wanted it to go. And it got the hitter swinging. That's all you can ask for.
Now digging into the plate is number 4, Isaiah Bumgarner. Bumgarner, one of the better hitters on this Tigers team. Yet to get a hit in this game, as there's only been 4 hits recorded on the Tigers side of things. The count is now quickly to no balls and 2 strikes. Walker looking to sit him down. Here's the pitch. The breaking ball just misses low. Good 0-2 pitch there, Daniel.
Yeah, that's exactly where when you're throwing that 0-2 breaking ball, you want to miss. You want to miss down. You don't want to miss right over the heart of the plate where they could actually do something with it. They're going to be more aggressive protecting in that situation. So it's a good thing to throw that where they can't hit it very hard.
That 1-2 pitch is going to be fouled off back behind the first base dugout. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. The front door breaking ball fools Bumgarner a tad as he fouls it off towards his dugout. Count still remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch once again. Another breaking ball. This one misses outside this time. Evens the count up at 2. Now the 2-2 pitch for Walker. Fastball high and inside, and Bumgarner hangs in there.
This is another wart for the pitcher. Just really annoying. Doesn't
go away easily.
Does not go away easily. Keeps fouling pitches off. It's definitely a pain when you're out there especially trying to close out a game like this.
No doubt. Walker comes set, and here's the 2-2 pitch. This one's just flared over Cooper's head at first, and they're going to send the runner to third. And what a throw by Alex Rollins. Guns him down at third for the second out of the top of the 9th inning.
That was impressive. When Rollins actually threw that ball, the runner was probably halfway between second and third. And so that was a strong throw from the right fielder to get him out right there.
Great throw by Alex Rollins. Brings us with just 1 out away now, Daniel, in the top of the 9th inning. That one just misses inside against number 2, the leadoff hitter in this ball game for the Tigers, Deshaun Moore. Moore digs in. Walker comes set. Walker with the pitch. Misses inside once again.
Deshaun had that hit up the middle last time that the center fielder picked up and almost had to throw it to second to throw out Moore running to second on just kind of a normal base hit. Wow. I was fouled off the third base coach, and he pointed out to the field and said, "Hit it over there."
Man, if you are the coach, this is just not a good day for you. You come all the way to Dayton, Tennessee from Kentucky, and you're getting beat 11-2, and you get plunked on the ankle with a foul ball at the very end of the game.
We'll get him some ice before he gets back on his bus and goes to Kentucky.
2 balls and a strike.
Great pitch.
Good breaking ball. Finds the zone. Now the count's even at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Runner on first. Deshaun Moore up to bat. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Deshaun Moore shoots it into shallow left field. Chu makes a play on it and catches it for out number 3 and the 27th out of this ball game. Great game for the Bryan Lions today, Daniel.
Absolutely. Got off to a hot start. I mean, we put up 3 spots in quite a few innings, kept adding on to those innings, or to that run total throughout the innings, and good things happen when you can do that.
Yeah, they do, and our offense was firing on all cylinders. We had 16 total hits today and 11 runs. And some just key notables in today's game. Daniel, what do you notice when you just look top to bottom?
Hits everywhere. The person that sticks out to me the most, definitely Kiko Garcia. 3 for 3 on the day. Got on base he got on base 3 times and then got around all of the bases his first at bat. Big day for him. I think many other guys, I can't name them all, but many other guys had a big day. I want to get a big shout out to Jacob Buffington through 7 really, really good innings starting for the Lions today. That definitely will help him. That'll improve his confidence, as it should. Just a big day all around. Good day for the Lions.
Yeah, a good day at the ballpark here at center field in Dayton, Tennessee. The Lions on top, 11-2. I think we're going to get a couple post-game interviews, potentially from Jacob Buffington, the guy who threw the gem, and Kiko Garcia, the man who hit the 3-run bomb early in the game. We're going to pause for just a little bit, and we're going to see if we can get those post-game interviews going here in just a minute. We'll be back. Stay tuned.